What's going on, everyone? Greatest Hits here. I'm back yet again with another video, and I'm really excited about this because we're getting really close to finishing the build on Rocket Bird. I got the fuel system for the car, except for the pump. I gotta wait 2 weeks for that because I don't get paid every week. I get paid bi-weekly, so I'm gonna have to wait and get the pump later, and then I have to wait another week for it to come in. So basically 3 weeks in total I have to wait to get my fuel pump. Then we can install that with the wiring and stuff, and then when I get this car over to the shop, I can install the fuel lines, because like I said, I am not going to install the fuel lines on the ground in the storage unit. That's going to take way too long. First of all, it's a process, and I'm just not doing it. I'm not hurting my back doing that either. I'm not going to raise this vehicle up any more than it already is. I do have a creeper in here, but we're just going to use a lift. So anyhow, yes, I did say in the previous video that you'll see this car in a shop, but I got the injectors already. I've had all of this fuel system over here. I'm ready to put it in. So at least I'll have my injectors and my rails and my regulator installed. I don't have to worry about that part. So let me just tell you what I got here. I'm going to start off with the fuel rails and the fittings and the lines and all of that. Okay, so what we got here is a lot of Evil Energy fuel fittings and lines. I bought everything from Evil Energy online on Amazon, and so this is the 6AN fuel filter adapter and bracket. I've already opened everything up to make sure that nothing was damaged or missing, but this is what you get here. Now you can have like a dual setup. You can have like 2 fuel filters. That way you have nothing but clean fuel going to your engine. So in case y'all don't know, a fuel filter, or any fuel filter in general, filters dirt and debris or anything, so that coming out on the other side is just fresh fuel or fresh air or anything like that, fresh oil, whatever. You also get, I believe these are 6AN fittings here with the O-ring so that it can seal up properly and don't leak. You got 2 of them here, and then you got instructions down in here as well. Hopefully I do have everything to put this fuel system in. I did my research, and James recommended me getting a fuel system like this from Amazon, so that's what I did. Also shout out James again. He's awesome. He's helping me a lot with this build, and again, I can't do all of this without him or anybody else that have taught me how to build a car like this. Now, here's the fuel rails. Looks really nice. There's the ports for where the fuel injectors will be sitting at, and then these holes here are for the bolts where the brackets will sit onto the engine over there. And the other side is the exact same. Now, I'm probably going to have to take one of these off or something so that I can fit the fuel regulator that I got from Aeromotive on here, because I don't really have any other spot to put it. And I mean, I do, but like the way that my motor is set up and where everything is mounted at, I really don't have a whole lot of options. So yeah, Now my build is not going to be the exact same like James' build, the guy with the red Firebird that I did the car review on. I want it to be different. I don't want to be the exact same, but there's just some things that I absolutely need that are that will work for my build and that will hold the power and all of that. So here's the other fuel line. All right. These are some extra fuel lines that I got. This is a 6 AN and this is a 8 AN. I went with 8 AN feed and then 6 AN return. That's what I've been told that I should do for my particular setup. Now in the future, I will upgrade I will upgrade that for 10 AN feed and then 8 AN return. But for now, this is what I'm doing. It really doesn't matter. These fuel lines, it does matter to a point, but I'm not making 1500 horsepower or anything more than that. So these fuel lines will be plenty capable. More instructions about how to install them. You got your 6 AN fuel line crossover tube right here with the fittings already installed. And that might go in the front, and that might have to sit on top of the engine like that instead of on the bottom, because I have quite a few things routed underneath the throttle body already. But we will have to see about that. Here are the 20-foot 6 AN fuel line. Again, the 20-foot 8 AN here. This will be the feed, like I said. And then the 6 will be the return. We got more fittings here for the aeromotive fuel regulator. And then we got the fuel regulator itself, guys. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Haven't even been opened yet. And then the most important part, besides the fuel system, you gotta mount it somewhere, and you need mounting brackets or whatever. So this is what I'm gonna mount it with. These clamps here that I got from Home Depot. I think I bought like 20 of these, or not 20 of these. I think I bought like 6 or 8 of these. That way the fuel line doesn't sit there. Alright guys, so the camera died. I had to go and charge it, but we are back. So I got both of the brackets on the rails installed. There's 3 of them per rail, and 3 bolts, nuts and bolts. So the bolt goes behind here. There's like an indentation here where the bracket seats in here, if y'all can see that. Before you go and slap this thing on here, make sure you put the regulator on whatever side that you want to put it on, and then put the injectors in first. Spray the O-rings with WD-40 on all of the O-rings, on this fitting that goes into the rail, on the injectors, anywhere that needs an O-ring on the fitting to be installed, on the anywhere on the fuel system. Please do that so it doesn't rip or tear when you go and install it dry, because it does not need to be dry. So there you go. We're gonna go ahead and get this started. This is the passenger side, so I'm just gonna like sit this over here for now until I get this other side all straightened up. Now, the fuel regulator, I got everything installed on it. I'm not really entirely sure how to adjust it yet, but we'll get to that once we get the car ready to fire up. But I got the the gauge here for the pressures from 0 to 100. You don't want to do 0 to 20 or 0 to 50. It would pretty much max out at that point. I mean, you wouldn't even know what pressure it's at. So I would recommend 0 to 100 or 0 to 150 or higher. That way you know exactly what pressure your fuel system is under. So I also put the fittings around here. This fitting down here will be my return. This is a 6AN fitting that will go to the 6AN line. And then the crossover 6AN line here will go right there like that and cross over underneath the throttle body, because for it to be on top will just look weird, and then this bracket is in the way, so that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Oh, I forgot to mention. I can't believe I forgot to mention this. I have ADHD. I get sidetracked and all that. Injectors. These are Bosch 210 injectors. 2200 cc's. So, if my math is right, I may have to look this up again, because I know 80-pound injectors can hold anywhere from 750 to 850 flywheel or something like that. But 1000 cc injectors is like 900 to over 1000. Depending on where you get the injectors and what brand and stuff like that. As you can see, Bosch 210 injectors, but they're from Bosch. I can show you the part number here. So look that up if you would like. Here are these lock washers. This is an Allen bolt right here with a lock washer on it. Just thread it in. I'm keeping the brackets loose just so that I can have some movement and wiggle room to get the bolts through. That way I don't have a problem installing this. it, guys. That's pretty much it. Got the regulator on here. It's kind of, wires are kind of all over the place and sitting on top of each other, but over time I will clean all of this up. But this is the only spot that I can really sit the wiring harness over here, because down here is the coolant temp sensor harness, and then you have this harness here that used to go to the O2s, so I'm probably going to either cut that or fold that up and put that somewhere over here to where you guys can't see it. I got this 90 degree will be the return line over here. So when I put the hose to this 90 degree fitting on, the 6AN line will run all the way back to the tank, and then the cycle will continue. Yeah, this looks so good, guys. It looks way better in person than it is on camera. It looks really, really good. Then I got the injectors in there. You can see that. Very nice. I'm getting close, real close. That's it, guys. If y'all like this one, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, Greatest Hits. Like, comment, share, do all of that. Click that bell for notifications for more videos to come. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll holler at y'all at the next one. Peace.